Try to stop you. You're too strong.
I hit it, but I don't have a chat box or anything. It's not good.
Got notified on YouTube only.
Not on Twitch? There's Twitch.
Yeah.
I got Twitch just now. Yeah, but I don't have my channels like the chat channels and stuff.
Twitch.
Let me see if it's in here.
I get that complaint from a lot of people that are their Twitch never get notified.
Right. Not on Twitch? There's Twitch. Yeah. Alright, I'm in there, we're good. It's like an extension on here. So sorry, you might have to run the chat tonight? Possibly?
Renee's the only one that says hello, so.
Buish says notified, but I can't reply. I said well done, but...
Man, we tried to join Jeremy on Saturday night, or Buish on Saturday night. He didn't want to die with us.
Yeah. He didn't want to die. He got notified, that's all that matters. Oh no, OBS is supposed to have this stuff in here. I don't see it.
Oh, no.
If I close out, it's going to kill it. I'm not doing that. Studio mode? No. Settings? Show chat. Chat the mode. It's not that either. I don't know. I might just have to look at it on the stream. Randy Rebels was notified. Well done. We're all here. The gang's all here.
Yeah, raise your hand. Say present. You like in school.
Yeah.
Everybody's just here. That one kid says present. Present.
Yeah, present.
I want to be different.
So are you here? Present. Buish says he's 12%. We're going to assume that is One Piece consumption. So there you go, Cesar. Buish is 12% of the way through One Piece.
It's over 100 episodes.
That's a decent chunk, right? Are you proud of him?
Yeah, I mean, soon he will pass Renee. Renee, who gave up on Arabasta. So
he's going to surpass Renee.
Yep, soon.
Thanks, Randy Rebels. Thanks, Buish.
Sure.
Oh, I cannot do all these at once. Where's the chat window? I found it before, though. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know if I can run chat. It's chaos for me. I'm jumping back and forth.
I'm usually pretty good at juggling both, but I just don't have that option now.
See, Drawn Graves said that he got notified the first time in 3 weeks on Twitch. Whatever you did, fixed it for everybody.
I don't see that notification on Twitch at all. How did he say that?
Everybody got notified but you. So.
From YouTube?
From Twitch.
I mean, I'm watching. I'm watching the Twitch chat.
I'm sorry, he told me in YouTube. I'm sorry, you're right.
Okay.
Right.
There we go.
I follow you.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm in the YouTube chat. My bad.
I'm good with that too.
So right now, YouTube chat is Renee and Drawn Grave.
Los Renee. Scene selection tools help.
Renee says he's putting his fist down and he's never going to watch Twitch.
Wow. You may be missing out. Something may happen that we can't fix. Don't cut yourself off from a possible avenue of streaming.
Renee's 100% anti-Twitch for whatever reason.
Really? Should we be in a hot tub?
I think he still wouldn't watch it without. He'd probably uninstall Twitch if he had it.
Wow. Where are the VTubers coming up from? YouTube?
Yeah, most of them tend to come from YouTube. There's only like maybe VShojo's the only ones that are really big in
the Russian
Twitch.
The Russian VTubers he watches?
The Russian VTubers he watches are, I think, all in YouTube, I believe.
Possibly other avenues.
Otro avenues.
Now Renee's just listing other things
Ocean
he will
Avenues.
watch us on. He said he will watch Rumble or our Kick versus Twitch. I don't know what the fuck Rumble is, but unless it's ready in front of it, I don't know, or ready to.
Cesar Weish is putting some One Piece content in the chat. I'm not competent on what that is.
Renee,
Arabista?
how far did you get?
Arabasta?
Renee, how far did you get in Arabasta? He might pass Renee.
Already?
I think so. If he's right in that part where Arabasta is going to go through some big changes.
Arabasta. What happens at Arabasta? Cesar, what's the overall, without spoiling it for Weish, what is the gist of the Arabasta arc? Or friend of the show, Brant.
Oh. Everybody in YouTube is explaining what Rumble is. Drawing Gray says Rumble is a free speech YouTube. Renee says Rumble is similar like YouTube.
We have these multi-definitions for Rumble. Should we be streaming
Renee,
via Rumble? Is it the new mixer?
Rumble is video.
Renee said he's close to the end of the Arabasta arc, so you're almost there. You almost surpassed Renee. Renee gave up. He's waiting for the remake.
Also, Weish says Rumble Racing, which is a
Master.
god tier PS2 game that I played with him from EA.
Is it not the Ford and Mustang one?
No, it's
Ford
really,
versus
really
Mustang
good.
Racing?
Rumble Racing. I think it's a CD-ROM. I got it right after he and I played it together on PS2. Rumble Racing.
That Ridge Racer?
Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer.
Is it that one?
PSP. Hey, it's Ridge Racer.
Was that PSP or PS3 launch? As friend of the
thought
show,
it was
Russell tells us he's hell diving.
You text him back like, sure, I'll join you. We'll play as we're streaming.
I said podcasting. What of it? Remember this?
Hell diving.
Hell diving. Damn, I wish I could pull up the chat. Cesar, you got the chat? You got it held down?
Look,
I
I
have
got BitLocker encrypted in one hard drive. I got 2 separate screens with chat, Skype at the bottom right, and the news in the bottom left.
If
so.
if you could please handle chat for us, because it's lost for me for some reason.
My computer's struggling because for whatever reason, its encrypting is required now for whatever this update. I just
What
got
do you usually pull it up on? Is that Restream that usually has that whole chat
Yes,
function?
it does, and I can't find that window for some reason.
You got to pay for that window now. It's like $600 a year.
Sure. You guys want to add that to the dues?
Yeah.
I still owe you some dues, so yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to text me how much I owe.
I meant to pull out some money the other day because I owe you for dues. I want to try and get that extra copy of Star Ocean you got, and then you picked me up a Guitar Hero guitar. So,
Richard, we got some hot news. Renee said he's going to join Russell right now on the Hell Diving.
Oh, great. Fine. All right. Thanks for joining us for this broadcast, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.
but that only leaves 2 spots for hell diving. So,
Brant, you were too late, actually. I hate to tell you this live on air, but it's you. You're the 5th.
I'm used to being the 5th wheel.
Brant nods accordingly. I don't get the chat thing. It's pissing me off. Renee is joining you, Russell. Russell and Renee taking on the bugs.
Double R.
Russell Renee squad. Russell Richard Renee squad. We could be the triple R's. Oh yeah, I can't find the chat. I need y'all to handle that one this go around. I got nothing. We'll figure it out before the next one. Y'all ready? Hopefully,
Maybe.
says Brant.
Hopefully.
6.3% encrypting.
Always encrypting. Oh, hold on. Stephen Hawking. Why is he in the news?
Don't do it.
Mm-mm.
Don't look at it. Just let it be.
Some MSN bullshit.
When I find myself looking at news of Stephen Hawking, Mother Mary comes to me.
Brant. So deep. Singing words of Microsoft Sports News or whatever MSN is.
Let it be.
Russell loved Renee's joining you, Russell. Godspeed, Renee and Russell.
I'm glad I could be
bugs.
I'm glad I could be the intermediary for them both.
Mediator.
Mediator, yeah.
Oh my gosh. What a start. We're off to a banging start.
He's the Match.com of
hell
diving.
We're losing viewers to hell divers and Russell.
Diversonly.com.
Divers. You don't have to be lonely at diversonly.com.
That may work actually.
So sorry, you imagine,
It really
you
does.
imagine people diversonly.com.
Are you a diver? Are you looking for a life partner?
Yeah. You want to take on
or
some
a squad
bugs?
mate?
Yeah. You want to get the loading pods, but not the same one as me.
Would you like to die over and over trying to collect samples?
Rare.
and yell at your teammates to pick up the samples.
Rare and common. Yeah. The samples, man. The samples become like this meta of trying to make sure we got all that shit.
Yep.
And then Cesar was telling us like, hey man, people just throw the samples down at the extraction site, just get it over with.
That's the best thing.
It is. It's smart, right?
It's a big brain move.
Instead of me trying to go like all the way back to the point I die and you die 45 times to pick up the sample.
So.
Makes sense.
We're trying to pull like the top brick off the Jenga tower, and they're like they're like way deep, like hammering out with a chisel, like the Andy Dufresne chisel, trying to get that thing out of the bottom of the Jenga tower. This is a very specific chisel.
Andy Dufresne Jenga.
Yeah. Would you play that?
Write that down.
Would you play Jenga
Write
against
that
Andy
down.
Dufresne? He's beating you, and you don't even know you're beat until you've blown your brains out, and he's in Mexico.
Andy Dufresne crawled through 2 miles of human shit to play Jenga.
And Brant, as you know, when he was beating that rock against the pipe, that should not have been a pressurized main, as it when he broke through, it exploded in his face. Yeah. Out of the type facility he was in, that should not have been a pressurized main, I would think.
Gravity main.
Easily. He should have
not a force main.
That ruins the whole end of the film though, doesn't it? Like he should have been in like that much of shit instead of like this full bore 48-inch shit. Oh god.
Like he's coming out like he's from the Predator movie.
Yeah, his hands and knees would have been dirty, but not like where
full body.
Yeah, not what he.
It's okay. He stepped out into the rain,
so
he got washed clean.
Because technically, the way the film ended, like he dumps out into the river. If he goes 10 feet upstream, he's good, and he just bathes in fresh water. He's fine after that.
So when are you doing the water authority based commentary on your movies?
Oh, sure. I guess that's where we are. We're live, but I guess that's where we are.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's not real. That ain't real. This is what really would happen.
Yeah, he was just making chess pieces, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Andy Dufresne.
Something like that.
Well, I'm glad you're fighting Russell over text message now.
Russell's furious. He said he's just trying to find some friends to play with. Is Renee not a friend? Oh, we're live, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
And recording.
I'll cut this out and put it at the end. This might be our
like
episode
the first
title.
13 minutes, yeah. Like first 13 minutes of nonsense.
Now we're 3 minutes of recording, 23 minutes of nonsense. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 303 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game and prison escape via sewer gravity main podcast. Yes. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Tonight, Nintendo to acquire Shiver Entertainment. Brr. IGN Entertainment acquires Gamer Network. Oh, is this just an acquisition episode? Is that where we are these days?
No.
A friend of the show, Russell, said we're listening to y'all record, so there it is. All right. We're right here with you.
It's all full circle.
Yeah, full circle, completely. Come for the pregame, stay for the full recording. You never know what's going to happen. PlayStation free-to-play mobile games, ? Kingdom Hearts on Steam! ! Someone was very enthusiastic about this news. And the oldest console war is over. What would that be? Is that Nintendo or Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis as Notorious B.I.G. warned us about? Man, I could never picture this. Or no, is it older than that one? Find out later. 50-inch screen. Leather sofa.
Ooh, I thought it said an Andy Dufresne Jaguar. I was like,
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Jaguar?
Yeah, Brant's already there. Brant's already there with Biggie Smalls. Broke. Yeah.
Couldn't picture this.
Couldn't picture this. Is that the one we're talking about, Brant? Is that what you put in there? Or did I put in there? Who is that? Who am I? I am one of your hosts, Richard Bergman, joined tonight by Newsmaster Brant McKee.
What's up?
Brant McKee, what is your oldest known console war? What did you become aware of as a console war? What media and advertisement and everything else bombarded you and made you think, wow, this thing might be cooler than this thing, or vice versa?
I definitely remember a little bit of the Super Nintendo Genesis stuff.
Really?
But I remember it being very apparent once PlayStation stepped in the ring.
Yeah. N64 and PlayStation 1 was definitely mine, where I was like, okay, I think I want to play these games, but this one seems like maybe it's cooler, like maybe mine are dumb. Am I picking the wrong games? Also joining us is Cesar Concepcion the second. Cesar, what was your first console war?
I think it would be the PS1 64, right?
Yeah.
It's for most
you're
people,
in the same.
right?
You're in the same era. You're a little bit older. I'm not gonna say like massively older, like Baby Brant here, who was born in the 2000s. But
I mean, Brant wasn't born when the PlayStation 1 came out, so I don't know how he knew about that.
Was he born when PS3 came out? When you and I were working retail. Brant, where were you when the PS3 came out? Besides getting your diapers changed,
which is weird because that would make any of Brant's offspring older than him.
Even
somehow,
weirder.
But...
Even weirder. Hey, we don't make the rules. We're just here. We're just here to observe the rules. Brant, what was your first one?
What?
Console war. Or were you first?
You asked me. You already asked me.
What were you first aware of?
You already asked me. I gave you the answer.
I think
I didn't believe
you not
it.
There?
I think he wants you to say PS3, man.
Oh, okay.
The
Nintendo Switch.
That little Wii came out.
How about that? I'll do that for you.
It's funny that ours are all the same thing, but I think that's the first huge... I mean, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, as we mentioned in the preamble, was a big one, but I think it really separated itself out after that. The PS1 and N64. I think that was the great schism, right? Everything else was just kind of down the middle.
I mean, that was the 90s. That was the day of the edgy...
Yeah.
Edgy marketing. And I mean, even beyond that, going back and looking at all the marketing from that time, you had like the 3DO where, it's dropped the Super Nintendo and the Genesis and that like dusty toy box, and the lid closes and it just says toys on it. It's like, put away the toys, step 3DO or whatever.
Great point. You had the stupid limited cartridge format versus all these superior CD-ROM formats that were coming out for everything. Yeah. And then, but you also had like...
Once Sony entered the ring, you had the Crash Bandicoot outside Nintendo. Hey, plumber boy.
Come out to play.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Brand. You can fire up your copy of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties on radio.
Will it ever ship? Did it ever come out? Brant, hold on.
We didn't talk about that, did we?
I'll rip you a copy right now. I'll get you a copy of. I'll get you officially licensed.
It'd be the same as Limited Run.
Yeah.
You're talking about talking about D, the video game with the.
What do you mean?
What
do you mean?
Burnt disc.
So we didn't really talk about it, but yeah, Limited Run kind of fucked up. People were
kind of.
People were noticing that their 3DO games that they were getting from Limited Run were not on pressed discs. They were just
What do you mean,
burned?
Brian? What is a pressed disc?
They were just burned CDRs. So, and some of them wouldn't even work. So yeah, they had to apologize, and they're working to correct the issue. They are at least they're good about that. They're going to make good on
try to get
on
some
what they
disc
sold
instead of manufactured
press discs. So back to the console war thing. We're talking about the console wars with Genesis and Super Nintendo was like 10 million split, maybe. The N64 and PS1 was like 110 million difference. It was like 100 versus 20 or 30. So 70 minimum sales wise. It wasn't even close. It was not even a console war. But we have the OG console war that we're going to be discussing later on. Much later on. But first, from Gamatsu and the one and only Saurmano. I would love for another news story to come out from Gamatsu that's not Saurmano.
Never seen it.
I know he's a one-man shop. I'd like for him to have a break, right?
Instead of playing Major League Baseball every so often for the Yankees.
On occasion.
When he feels like it.
Oh, this comes from Sal. We don't even have to say Gamatsu. This comes from Sal. Nintendo to acquire Shiver Entertainment from Embracer Group. Who is Shiver Entertainment? My screen just froze. Nintendo has entered into an agreement with Embracer Group to acquire 100% of the outstanding shares of Miami-based, not the garbage shares, the outstanding shares, of Miami-based game developer Shiver Entertainment, the company announced. Shiver is a video game development company that develops software for multiple platforms, including Nintendo Switch, reads the press release. Good job. Since its establishment in 2012, Shiver has partnered with publishers and developers. It was funny to me. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at the Twitch chat. That's what I'm laughing
at. What is it? What's happening? I'm not there. I can't pull it up.
Brandon can watch it.
Okay.
I just responded to a bot.
There's a bot in there? Is it a sex bot?
Yeah. I just responded to him with a picture of Charizard screaming.
They don't want nudes?
No. I don't know what the fuck.
Dear NOFODcast, we love your channel. Great show. Here's where you can follow to improve engagement. Blah, 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 blah. Back to the news release. Since its establishment in 2012, Shiver has partnered with publishers and developers through commissions for large-scale title developments, and recently has worked on porting and developing software titles such as Hogwarts Legacy and Mortal Kombat 1. I made it through that bit. Please tell me what the Twitch chat is saying.
It's just a stupid little picture of Charizard that he posted. It's making me laugh. It's the typical thing where somebody drops in, "Hey, I'm sorry to bother you, but I would like to help you promote your channel with this, and this, and this." And, it's a low fee, but it's the same old thing. And he just it says I responded with it like just this tiny little picture of Charizard, and it looks like he's just like.
That's it.
Got his mouth open, yeah.
And we'll get no reply. That's it. They're waiting for us to bite, and that's it.
I'm living the dream.
Aren't we all? So is Shiver Entertainment. It continues. Nintendo will acquire 100% of the outstanding, not the garbage, shares of Shiver and make it a wholly owned subsidiary by welcoming Shiver's experienced and accomplished development team.
Oh my God, stop saying Shiver.
Shiver? Is it Shiver? Do you have the Shivers?
Shining.
By welcoming Shiver's experienced and accomplished development team, Nintendo aims to secure high-level resources for porting and developing software titles. Going forward, even after it becomes a part of the Nintendo Group, Shiver's focus will remain the same, continuing commissions that port and develop software for multiple platforms, including Nintendo Switch. Gentlemen, what does this sound like Nintendo is lining up for blank?
Oh, geez, what could that be?
2025 Nintendo Switch library. Or the potential successor hardware.
Yeah.
And they pointed out they worked on Hogwarts Legacy and Mortal Kombat 1, which those were trash games on Switch, right? You're not going to pick up. If you have any other sort of alternative.
It is a miracle that they ran.
We should all buy a copy of Mortal Kombat 1 and play it on Switch to see how funny that shit looks, man. It is entertaining.
But you're not buying... We're spoiled, or we are in a position to have other consoles.
No, Richard. This is us living the PS3 days trying to play Dishonored on there. We
yes,
all need
we're at that point. We're at that point.
Yeah.
But knowing what the PS3 was, there was a studio who brought Dishonored to PS3 and have specialized on several of those, bringing these garbage or these great games to this garbage, outdated platform like the PS3. That is Shiver Entertainment. So I think that's a big get moving forward for these type ports for Nintendo. No telling what this will end up being. Maybe Black Ops 6? Foreshadowing? Maybe the next Fortnite? The next Fortnite update?
Rather just play the original Black Ops than any other.
Black Ops Uno?
Sequential ones. Yeah, that was my favorite one. Still to this day, we were talking about it at work today, about how awesome Black Ops 1 was.
Y'all were bringing it up in work today, Black Ops 1.
I don't know how we got there. I just remember we ended up just quoting, what are the numbers, Mason? Somehow got
Mason.
There. Tell me the numbers. What do they mean?
Friend of the show, Russell and Jeremy love the custom games on Black Ops, like Sticks and Stones. I think is a big favorite.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
They love Sticks and Stones. Like bring that back for Black Ops. They hear Black Ops and they're all in on that exact mode. Next up in news. Wait, did I read this in the preamble?
Maybe.
Yes.
I'm
looking.
You did. Yes, IGN Entertainment. Somebody told me about IGN acquiring game network sites, including Eurogamer and GI.biz, as well as Digital Foundry.
IGN has...
You just did.
Yeah.
Yeah. The news is done.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally just fucking sold us.
UK-based media company has acquired for an unknown sum from ReedPop, the PAX and New York Comic-Con organizers, which acquired in 2018. This is, of course, the Gamer Network family of games media brands, including Eurogamer, GamesIndustry.biz, etc., etc. Let's see. I'm trying to see like the. I know they acquired those big publications, including GameIndustries.biz, Eurogamer, Rock Paper Shotgun.
Rock Paper Shotgun is a huge one, especially amongst PC media consumption. That's a huge media outlet.
VG 224/7 and Dicebreaker. Business
VG 24/7 might or might not have been a video game news website that made it past a certain employer's content filter under games. I read a lot of VG 24/7 in a certain time period.
So there's a certain employer that I'm familiar with that somehow for many years Kotaku made it past their content filter.
Yeah, we all have them. We all have them.
It finally got caught up because somebody was complaining about it like 2 years ago when it was taken down.
No way.
Yeah.
Dang.
Who unveiled Kotaku as the offender?
I don't know.
Or VG 24/7.
My favorite was said place was monitoring people watching a lot of TV shows on Amazon Prime and blocked it for everybody too. As some said person would call me and put in official request work for me to unblock it for them, and I was like, I can't do that. Do you listen to what you're saying? Please go back to work.
Another enterprise has identified Netflix as a primary offender because of the bandwidth that it consumes by logging into Netflix and streaming their content.
It reminds me of like when I was in college. I think somebody was on Usenet was downloading
Usenet?
Sneakers, the movie. Yeah, they were downloading. And it was like eating up all this bandwidth. So somebody from network came in there and had to like knock on the door. It's like, dude, what are you doing? We see you're downloading shit because it's like the dude's like, he's like
we know it's you.
No, because it's like I guess it was somebody that worked on campus. Because all right, I'm gonna download this movie for class, and he's like, all right, watch the door, and it's like it's this whole hackers moment because as they watch how fast it's downloading, it's like, all right, we got like maybe another 30 seconds before somebody notices and comes to check on us.
Oh my gosh.
So like,
fucking hackers.
Oh man. Using that.
In addition, IGN also acquired shares that were also held. The shares include Outside Xbox, Digital Foundry, and Hookshot, which operates Nintendo Live Push Square and Pure Xbox and Time Extension.
Time Extension has great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I really like their stuff.
This notes also Gamer Network is also the commercial partner of this website, which I am reading off of Video Games Chronicles. Under contract, however, 1981 Media Ltd. Privately owns the website. IGN Entertainment is the division of Ziff Davis that includes IGN, Map Genie, How Long to Beat, and Humble Bundle. It is not in this article, but of course, because they own so many of these medias, different media companies now, there's a lot of overlap, which unfortunately means layoffs in certain divisions, certain companies.
Yep. Consolidation.
Yep. But of course, when it comes to just the shares they hold in those, what was it, three or four companies outside Xbox, Digital Foundry, and Hookshot, of course, they only hold the shares. They don't affect them. Right. They're not owned by them. So, because I know a lot of people were worried about Digital Foundry.
Yes.
And they
had to come out and specifically address it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look what's going on, man. Everybody's closing everybody, so of course.
Why can't we be bought? I would love to be bought by one of these.
By us.
It'd be a great problem to have, right? For the three of us.
Once every couple of years, yeah. Every couple of years, we always have this conversation about being bought.
Yeah, by us. Speaking of being bought, from Chris Golion at VideoGamesChronicle.com, PlayStation is working on a new platform for free-to-play mobile games. As spotted by Tweaktown, the company has posted a new job listing for a, quote, mobile platform architect, end quote. According to the listing, the role, which will come under the PlayStation Studios mobile department, will involve hiring, quote, an experienced software engineer to design PlayStation's platform for developing, publishing, and operating free-to-play mobile games, end quote. I would not take that job for anything. It adds an individual in this role will spearhead, quote, an individual in this role will spearhead the design and implementation of this platform, work in partnership with internal teams to connect mobile games to PlayStation services, and ensure that all mobile games meet PlayStation's quality standards. One small part of that is connect mobile games to PlayStation services, and we just saw the crazy hijinks that Arrowhead Studio and Helldivers 2 publisher went through to connecting to PlayStation services. Why would you want that to be one part of your job when it is an entire headache for the industry for 2 weeks? 2 weeks we were talking about Helldivers and Steam and the required PlayStation Network update or network credentials and stuff. End quote. The successful applicant who should have more than 8 years of professional experience, they know what they're doing at least, in the mobile games industry will, quote, design the system architecture and backend services for the mobile games platform, end quote, and, quote, establish pipelines and processes to facilitate the delivery of high-quality software, end quote, among other roles. Over the past few...
Holy shit. Yeah. I stopped listening after high-quality software.
This is a multi-million-dollar position, if that. Over the last few years, Sony's been building a team of experienced mobile talent, hiring people from Apple, Kabam, Meta, Tencent, Super Evil Megacorp. Is that Xbox? Is that what they call Xbox?
Excellent.
Yes, Mr. Bigglesworth. We will get that Super Evil Megacorp. Samsung, speaking of which, Niantic, Zynga, Riot, and more. However, last year, its mobile division lost two top executives weeks apart. Mikhail Katkov, who worked at Rovio and Zynga, and Nicola Sebastiani, who previously led Apple Arcade. Xbox has also been working on its own mobile on its own mobile games division and plans to launch a web-based mobile game store in July in an attempt to compete with Apple's App Store and the Google Play Store. I think that is the biggest news out of all this. I cannot wait to see what that ends up being. What does that Microsoft Store look like? What do they... When that splashes out there, what is...
Minecraft in that
Yes, what does that look like? Yeah. That's going to be... It's going to be huge. And what do you have launching out of that now? You could have Call of Duty mobile. You could have the Diablo... Was it Diablo Eternal? Was their mobile Diablo solution they had?
I don't know.
Eternal?
No,
Internal?
I don't. Are any of us mobile experts? You could. Know. I mean, at some point, the Sonic game came out in there. Maybe was it already out? Or I don't know, man. I see stuff announced. I never actually follow.
Sonic Rush.
It, so. Sure.
Yeah, that's how much we know. That's
right?
How much we know.
Yeah.
And I have all the things that should be able to play everything in Apple Arcade, and I have had Apple Arcade access for over a year, and I have done nothing with it.
Catching up with chat on the YouTube side, Drawn Grave jokingly says, when it comes to being acquired, Richard can be bought on any street corner.
Meet me. Find me there. Find me there. I'm willing to pay.
Acquire me so I can stop paying dues.
Yes. I just want to pay for SoundCloud hosting. I'm cheap. It doesn't take much.
Richard, you be that guy at the corner with the sign, acquire me so I can stop paying dues, just sitting out there waiting.
Yeah.
Acquire me.
Acquire me. We're good. I would say anybody that would acquire us would be acquiring a bang-up bunch, a quality group. And 303 episodes of content. And what did I send y'all? 25,000 hours? Was that right?
I believe so, yeah. I forgot to respond.
It was crazy. Yeah. Our amount of content out there is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
We've produced some varying degrees of quality, but we've produced some content throughout the years. I would say it's all high quality. I'm just joking there. Is that the end of that show? Or is that the end of that news story? PlayStation is working on a new platform for free-to-play mobile games. Is that the next frontier? Are we back to that again? Have we made it full circle to where we're like everybody's come back to that level of...
Remember when they closed the PlayStation Mobile? You know, they made a big deal about opening PlayStation Mobile and making it part of the whole Vita ecosystem.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, we had that 2D God of War game that we never got anything else again.
Mm-hmm.
2D God of War. Was that like a Game Loft game? What was that on?
I think it was PlayStation Mobile game, right?
It was PlayStation
it was like
Mobile?
I think it was something that was in between one of the games.
My recollection of PlayStation Mobile was this bridge of like PS3, PSN games into what iOS and the Google Play Store and all that stuff was becoming. Like maybe Super Rub-a-Dub, if it came out in 2012, would have come out on one of these platforms. Cesar is looking in real time for us.
Yeah, it's called God of War Betrayal.
I've heard of that one at least. Is it just a cell phone game, like a Flash type game or a Java?
Sorry guys, let me put this back in the right speaker here.
No, you're good.
I'm looking now. I mean, this guy just keeps talking over, but he's showing like every God of War game ever made, and I can't tell. It's a 2D side scroller.
Really? I would actually play that.
How
do you play it now?
He looks like he... Oh, you don't want to know. He's got like some kind of composite wires tied to a Super NES controller, and he's plugged into a Retro Tink 5X Pro. I don't know what the fuck he's playing on.
Cesar, is this like the recently discovered the Tasmanian Tiger 4, the 2D side scroller?
Yeah, I guess that. And I'm trying to figure out what happened to Tide 3, man. I looked at that bundle. I was like, yeah, I might buy this, and it's like everything's on there, but Tide 3. I'm like, why is Tide 3 not?
Brant, if you were to buy a the Tasmanian Tiger collection, would you assume it would come through with
a collection? Implies the collection. No, I don't know.
And at least
collection is very loosely used, it seems, nowadays.
So, okay, maybe you would assume like 1 to 2, right? Or 1, 2, 3?
Yes.
Would you think that it would include 1, 2, 4 and completely skip a title? Where's the third one?
If anything, you skip 2, go straight to 3, right?
We've already determined that. NES taught me that in like the early 1990s. Don't play Castlevania 2. Don't play Super Mario Brothers 2. As the Super Mario Brothers 2 people yell at me about throwing vegetables.
Talking about Super Mario USA.
Super Mario USA.
Yeah. For a while, that was like one of the only ones I've beaten outside of 3. I've beaten 1. No,
really?
I've beaten the first 3. Yeah, I've beaten the first one like once.
What other outliers are
back
there?
in the old days? I don't know. I think I've beaten all of them.
For a long time, Link's Awakening was my only Zelda I beat. That's kind of an offshoot.
I think Yoshi's Island's still my favorite, though.
It's good.
I love going through that one.
It's good. That's a good game. It's a very, very good video game. I would like to have seen that with the power of the 64, right? Like, I know... What would that have looked like?
Not the bitch Yoshi Story version?
I'm grimacing, but I'm not going to argue with you that Yoshi Story is anything on the caliber or level of Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Man, Yoshi's Island was a hard follow-up to have, man.
It's a fantastic video game. We played it on stream. We have an old YouTube clip of us playing the entire first world of Yoshi's Island.
Like 3 in the fucking morning.
Is it me, you, and Michael, or was Russell in that one too?
3 in the fucking morning. I don't know. I just remember it was 3 in the morning and I was pissed off.
I think it's me, you, and Michael. Yeah, we're all exhausted. We're trying to get to Huddle House.
Hey, man, look. All I know is the best night's sleep is when we all were playing Star Fox Adventures because that shit put me to sleep.
Yeah. Hey, people keep bringing up that game like that was a good game. It was a good game.
Oh my god!
I know you and Russell were tired of it because y'all kept waking me up. It's your turn. It's your turn. I'm waking up like, where the fuck are we? I'm just running around this pyramid thing. I'm like, I don't know what we're doing.
Your point, Cesar. You have to play now.
We're tired of playing. It's your turn. And I was like, waking me up from sleep. I was like, what?
Cesar, what happened? What happened at the end of that playthrough? We beat it. We beat Star Fox Adventures.
He doesn't remember. I slept through the whole thing.
No, you didn't. You were there when we beat it.
All I remember is you paid this. You paid this much.
And then, like, much.
Where are we going? That's all I remember. That's all I remember.
No. It's good.
It's debatable.
That's a decent.
It's
decent.
It induces narcolepsy in Cesar.
Brand, if you don't have to take melatonin, man, just play Star Fox Adventures. It'll just get you right into the mood. You're just getting that good REM sleep.
The bones are there. The bones of a good video game are there, and it's beautiful. It's.
I'm glad we walked back from a good video game to the bones of a good video game.
I said good, decent bones.
Dinosaur Planet. That's what it was.
Yes, Dinosaur Planet.
I'm more interested in playing Dinosaur Planet than Star Fox Adventures. Where are we going?
Where are we going? You paid
like 95 times. I'm
much.
Like,
it was good, man. It was like the majority of that game is the cut content from Wind Waker, right? Like the Jabu Jabu Palace and stuff. Where you
don't you dare.
Cesar, there was a whole cut dungeon from Wind Waker. Are you gonna keep defending Wind Waker? Let's go, Cesar. Let's go.
I was asleep. No.
I'll fall asleep.
They put that on Switch 2. I'll play it. That's the only way I'll play it now.
Ooh, Wind Waker Director's Cut with the Jabu Jabu seed thing or palace or whatever it is. Remember, you went to Jabu Jabu and he just gave you the pass. He gave you the stone or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That should have been a whole dungeon.
I don't know, man.
It was still a great game.
I love Wind Waker the way it is.
Still a great game. And Star Fox
Adventures. Still one of the best Ganon fights ever.
Star Fox Adventures has decent bones. Somebody tell me about Kingdom Hearts.
Woo, Kingdom Hearts.
Where's it coming? Where's it going?
Look, I didn't even mean to. I didn't even mean to.
I know Brand was super excited. One of my coworkers is like, yeah, this doesn't mean no good because I just recently went through all of them. So he's like, I would have played this if I would known this was going to happen.
Okay, so what did they play through them on? Because they're on PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Epic Game Store.
I want to say he hooked up a PS2 and went through
it. Okay, or PS2, original hardware.
Because he jokingly says his sister got him a PS5 for Christmas last Christmas. Was the last? Yeah, I think it was Christmas before last. And he said it's been in the box for over a year. He hasn't taken it out yet. So
wait, what?
So he doesn't. Apparently, he says he doesn't have time to play. So
don't we all?
So he's like, man, I ain't taking out the box because every time I tell him, yeah, jump on with us with Warzone or Helldivers. He's like, man, it's like I don't even have time for that. It's like I can't be doing that right now. I got other important things to do. So I can't lose focus.
Oh boy.
So he has a sealed PS5 that he just says one day he'll open and play. But yeah, I want to say because of that. I want to say it had to either be PS2 or PS3. I can't remember what he said. It wasn't anything recent. Oh.
All right, where's Kingdom Hearts coming to now? These days.
Sorry, Brand. You can...
To a Steam page near you.
Oh, go on.
So this is the announcement was made just the other day where Square Enix will release PC versions, which there are, like we said, they're already released. They've just been locked to Epic Games Store. But this is pretty much every single game that they have. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5, 1.2,
Birth by Sleep
Remix. That's in those two games right there. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8, Final Chapter, Prologue, and Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind.
I was so excited for these things, but I never got past that fucking Birth by Sleep, man. So
I thought you played
these are coming to Steam.
You gotta beat it 3 times. Fuck that.
Yeah, you gotta beat it 3 times.
Aqua,
Sora. I beat it the first time in like 9 doing this, man. And after that, Brand has completed the whole saga. I've never got past 2.5 because I think I got to Birth by Sleep. I even did the full fucking bullshit card game. I beat that. I just can't beat Birth by Sleep because I was like, I refuse to beat this game 3 times. So, but I'm sorry, Brand, continue.
No, but the games will release to Steam on June 13th, so actually very soon. Each will be available for individual purchase, or you can purchase them in an all-in-one Kingdom Hearts Integrum Masterpiece collection, which comes with some special Keyblade.
Brand, how much is that?
I don't know.
Brand, how much is that?
Tell us, Brand.
I don't.
Give us the news.
I don't see it.
Brand, I don't know if you know, but how much is that?
I don't see it.
Looking, I don't think any pricing has come out yet, so I'm just fucking with you.
I was about to say, look on the Steam page real quick.
I'm fishing. I'm trying to find out something.
The rest of this,
we're gonna assume anywhere from $60 to $70. So,
which would not be bad for every single game. The rest of this article just goes in depth on not in depth, but gives a synopsis of every single game, and I'm not going to do that because
Cesar will. Go ahead, Cesar.
Enjoy my sanity.
Floor is yours.
But yes, you have to beat Birth by Sleep 3
There's
times.
Mickey
I
Mouse.
stopped after the first time. I don't even remember who I went through.
And Aqua.
One of them has Sleeping Beauty on there, Maleficent, and some of these. They start to phase out some of the Final Fantasy characters after 2.
Donald Duck is so damn stupid that he will not heal you, and even if you go into the settings and change the settings in Kingdom Hearts 1 to make him more focused on healing you, he still just like sits there and just watches you die.
I still secretly want them to Roger Rabbit this thing and put in Daffy Duck in here too. So.
But there was to announce this, there was a brand new trailer with a newly recorded version of the series theme song, Simple and Clean, by Hikaru Data.
Love that song.
And it is a good song. It is a very good song. And yeah, the trailer came out actually just 2 days ago.
Yeah. I mean,
this recording?
Been what, 2 years since it was on Epic Game Store as an exclusive?
Has it been 2 years?
Everybody have. Yeah, I want to say they've been bitching for like the last 2 years. Like it's been locked down there. So, but I mean, this new initiative from Square Enix, we're going to see a lot less of this.
Put it everywhere all the time.
Because I think that at this point, and Brant can confirm. I think they said there's rumors going around that Kingdom Hearts 4 should be able to run on the next Switch console, and they're looking at possibly porting these over native to that console as well. So
good. Instead of this cloud nonsense, requiring the internet connection all the time.
Yeah. And then Draw Engrave just noted it on the chat that modders are going to have a field day with Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah. I saw people going crazy, knowing what they would be able to pull off with the Steam mods.
Because we know, of course, Brent's going to download the Shrek mod and play with Lord Farquaad.
He's already in the game. DreamWorks Hearts.
Oh no.
Yes, games are available for wish list, but there's no prices on there.
I'm going out the limb saying $69 for the whole thing, the whole shebang. Brand, what's your price of day one this to play it on Steam Deck outside of a PS2 emulation?
That's the thing is I already had done it. I think I got. I hadn't even gotten to Birth by Sleep yet. I don't believe
on PS4.
I hadn't even been playing Birth by Sleep on there. I was playing it on the PS4 Go.
I think he was playing it all native and everything. His run was all native because he was doing the PS2 versions of Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or original releases.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I held off an Epic Game Store. I might day one this on Steam. There was a poll out there.
I had been looking at it because there's a way to get those Epic Game Store versions running on the Steam Deck, and it didn't look bad. It just looked like a process.
That plugin, I think I was researching. I do have a lot of Epic Games store games. So I was like, it might be time to put that plugin in there, like Brant mentioned, and download some of those games and play it on the Steam Deck. So.
Steam Deck for life.
I don't know. I'll wait till Brant Caves day one. If Brant Caves day one, I'll pay the money I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, I might have.
We got 3 weeks.
Damn it, Brant! No, Brant, we're supposed to save money, man. Damn it! Don't make me buy shit.
You gotta see what that big combo is. How many times have we bought this? Everybody trot out your copies of Kingdom Hearts 1. How many times have you purchased Kingdom Hearts 1?
Several.
Yeah.
Several.
We all have at least 3 copies of that.
3. Yeah, I've got 3 copies.
It'll be great to have that on Steam and know that we have that for the next 20 years, right?
We're all gonna, if they come out with it on the next version of the Switch, we'll all rebuy it again gladly.
No.
Is that the one you draw your line in? You're like, nah, I'm not doing this.
I have the Steam ones. I'm good.
That's fair.
Those are gonna carry me through. Saboteur. Seth, are you gonna buy Saboteur on Switch too? No, you have it on Steam.
I absolutely would buy Saboteur as many times as it takes to get a sequel.
It's not gonna happen. Pandemic's dead.
Let me have my dream, okay? It's called EALA. That's what it was called. And they're dead too. So.
EALA. EALA. You said it wrong.
Someone's coming in the stream like, what the fuck's happening?
EALA. What are these guys doing?
ASMR.
And they're arguing about a Saboteur.
ASMR.
Why would they want a Saboteur in the
Saboteur is so fucking good, man. Game. I will buy as many copies of Saboteur. I even bought the bullshit Amiga versions of Saboteur, which has nothing to do with the Saboteur universe.
Saboteur-verse.
I just sat there like, it says Saboteur, I'm buying.
Friend of the show, Thinking Inside the Box, has been playing that on his channel and having a really good time with it. So,
which one, Saboteur?
Yes, on 360.
It has a lot of nudity on there. There's no issues with
Surprisingly, no, and he mentioned that on the stream. He's like, there's certain games that have been flagged for some reason by Twitch, and it's just a no-go, like, immediately. But games that kind of slide under the radar that maybe have even more of that content, as the title that you mentioned, he has not run into that issue with.
Literally, I can't play that game out in public because I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. Just playing a Saboteur.
It's like a Switch, but it plays PC games. Don't look over here. It's
like me playing GTA 5 on the go.
We need the privacy covers for Steam Deck.
Why would some of us need those privacy covers?
Why would we, Brant? We're playing a perfectly.
Brant,
we're playing an M-rated game.
Man. Why are you over here judging people, man? Shit. Just let people live.
I only have one questionable game, and it's not even that questionable.
Okay.
I gotta say it.
Yoshi's Island. Are you coming full circle?
On the Steam Deck,
crying baby.
No. I'm not like Cesar with the weird tentacle.
Oh, the Neptuna one.
What was that?
Bundle that I was forced to play.
Yes. You got it as part of whatever bundle.
I don't even remember what it's called. I have to look it up. I'm just gonna look at my Steam library and just put in Tentacle and see if it's in there. If I don't see it, then I don't believe it. It doesn't. I don't own it. Oh god, no. It is. Yep. Never mind. Yeah, I see it now.
Oh no.
It says Tenta Shooter. You can just imagine what that is.
Is it like?
Oh god!
Oh god! What is it? What is it? What is it?
I just looked. No, it's called Tenta Shooter, but I just looked at the photos.
No.
Yeah.
Please.
I've never played it. It says on there 0 hours played. It's gonna be like my copy of their live stream beach volleyball that's stuck on Richard's 4 trophy list.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I won't even plug that thing up. I won't even power it on. It's been offline for like 3 years, so I don't have to register my shame to the database. I'll keep it offline. I'll show them. I'll prove it to the man. I feel so
bad for you. I feel so bad for Richard because I played that game. So this game is not good, and I was like, I never played it since. I just played it on your PS4, and I was like, now I don't have to shame it in my console.
It's not even a good one. I have the good one for Xbox in there.
I know those were the good ones. This one was just like straight, just fan service. I was like, man, this is not even fun to play. I mean, I love me some beach volleyball games, man. Like if it has beach volleyball, I'm buying it. Like Spiked, what was it, Power Spike or whatever it is, that one that was on GameCube.
Power Spike volleyball, Power Beach Power Spike volleyball, something like that.
It was made by Sega, right?
It was a Sega arcade game specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a solid one.
I'll buy me some. Look, you know me, I'm weak for volleyball and weak for tennis. I'll buy me a volleyball and tennis game all day long, man.
Is anybody jumps on Topspin? Did you try the 2-hour trial?
I waited because you want to do the fucking share game. I haven't started yet because I'm scared.
When do I do the premium? When do I do the premium and wait for the days of play thing?
It's hard to line you up, man. It's hard to line you up, man. I'm nowhere near my PlayStation.
I haven't played anything in 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't. It is what it is.
I mean, if you wait till Play of Days until the end of this month, like in 6 days,
Play of Days. Wait till the Play of Days.
Play of Days.
Like I'm bowing down and they're just like knighting me. Welcome, Richard, to the Play of Days.
Welcome back to saving 30%, you son of a bitch.
We needed you. Here's PS3 native downloads.
Richard's like, I guess.
And a new Astropot title.
Richard's like, I guess, but you're not getting my fucking money for premium titles. You can go away with that.
I mean, I have most of those, so that's the point I got to, right?
Yeah.
Oh, last but not least.
Drawn Gray says, has anybody tried the native N64 setup on the Steam Deck yet? I have.
You did. You played Majora's Mask, right?
The only one that matters. I saw that Ocarina of Time was on there, but I was like, I'll just hold on to Majora's Mask. So.
Yeah. I mean, I also want to see that one too. Last but not least, Atari acquires a television brand. This comes from Global Newswire. This came out today.
Hurry up, pause the stream, let Brent change it to his Intellivision shirt.
Live on air?
Oh,
Brent, go ahead, stand up.
Brent, no, not live on air.
Got to get the hot tub if we're getting
the people accept it without no hot tub.
Richard, you're gonna have to change the tags in the Twitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit here and blow up a hot tub.
Is that what they do? Is that how you get a hot tub? You blow that thing up?
They all have those inflatable hot tubs.
Are they breathing heavy like that to blow it up every time?
Was that the whole 2-hour stream?
Like, hot tub? Like my damn air pump broke. Watch me blow up the hot tub and sit in it.
Cesar, this is Charles Barkley and the Churros. This is San Antonio women.
No. Show me how you eat a churro again. Show me how you eat a churro. I'm not even gonna do it because it's very.
He's on the Subway commercials. about the furlong churro.
Yeah. I'm glad it came full circle for him. Show me how you eat a churro again. He kept doing it over and over again until he finally realized what he was doing.
I don't think he ever realized.
I think he did after they asked him like the third time. All right, I don't know if he wouldn't know what they were making fun of him about, but after the third time they knew.
Those are all the way to the bank. If Subway is paying you to endorse their churros, there's no movement you would do to not get paid by Subway to endorse the churros.
I have not seen the churro commercial from
big
Charles
women
Barkley.
in San Antonio eating the churros.
I like that whole bit where they're asking him when he's in that stadium, like, have you had the pretzels? Yeah. Still as a rock.
Man, those Phoenix Suns fans, they deserve better. Those seats are hard as hell. Shaq's the one goading him on, like, man, what are those seats like? He's like, man, them seats are hard as hell. Give you a backache every time.
Yeah, I'm the hot dogs, Charles.
Oh,
I'm
Charles.
the hot dogs.
Oh man, Chuck.
I'm the hot dogs, Chuck.
Hot dogs are stale. They got them hard buns. Can't even eat the hot dogs in the buns.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss Inside the NBA, man.
No.
I'm gonna miss
Shaq's like, how about the beer? How about the beer out there in Phoenix? Chuck's like, man, the beer's flat. It's bad. The beer's every glass, every cup of beer you drink is flat.
Oh,
Shaq was like, how
I'm
about the
gonna miss Inside
cheerleaders?
NBA,
Chuck said, ooh, the ugliest in the NBA. Cheerleaders are bad. Somebody got him on Galveston, Texas, too, because the Houston Rockets used to do their like, it's spring training is in baseball. I don't know what it is in basketball, but he's talking about the beach in Galveston. He's like, it's not even a beach. It's just a bunch of rocks in the ocean. He's like, it's dirty as hell. Bottles washing up on the beach. Somebody said, you don't want to go to Galveston? He's like, hell no, I ain't go to Galveston, Texas. Oh, God bless you. Inside the NBA on TNT. We got one more year.
Final season, man.
We got one more year. Somebody will pick them up.
Brent, get into sports, man. Watch the final year.
Go sports.
Brent, don't even watch sports, man. Watch this show. I'm in tears just laughing about this churros and the Phoenix Suns.
I think the last one I showed Renee was the one with the. I forgot what his name is. Kenny got me this vibrator. He's like, whoa, I didn't get you a vibrator. It's a sleeve you put on your knee. I didn't buy him no vibrator.
And Shaq the whole time was like, hey, man, what'd you get him? What was that? Where's he putting it? What'd you get him?
I'm like, Kenny's like, whoa. It's a sleeve. It's a sleeve for the knee.
It's like depression. Ain't a vibrator. It's not what I said. Oh, guys, they're so good, man. Oh, grade A television.
Oh, man, I love basketball, man. Inside the NBA is good.
I love playoff basketball. I absolutely adore Inside the NBA on TNT with Shaq and Kenny and EJ and Charles Barkley. All right, the oldest console war is finally over. Atari acquires Intellivision brand. This came out today via GlobeNewsWire.com. Atari, one of the world's most iconic consumer brands and interactive entertainment producers, announced today it has purchased the Intellivision brand and certain games from Intellivision Entertainment LLC. Intellivision Entertainment LLC will rebrand and continue its business of developing and distributing the Amico brand game console with a license from Atari to continue to distribute new versions of the Intellivision games on the Amico console. Blah, 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 blah. Uniting Atari and the Intellivision after 45 years into the longest running console war in history, said, dare I say, friend of the show. We're a big friend of his, but I don't know if he's a fan of ours. Mike Micah, studio head at Digital Eclipse, an Atari-owned game studio. The first Intellivision video game console was released by Mattel Electronics in 1979. Brant was -25. Cesar was 4. And the console platform sold an estimated 5 million units through 1990. Atari and Intellivision.
I'm glad I existed. Thanks. Imas.
Neither one of us was around in 1979, right?
Imas. Yeah.
Brant was not around until after 1999. Atari and Intellivision arguably fought the first console war of consequence in the late 70s and early 80s. Mattel went as far as enlisting the actor George Plimpton to appear in a series of ads comparing the two systems, as well as an 8-minute long video shown at the Gamescom trade show. Please go watch those old George Plimpton bits if you have not on YouTube, especially with the lens of what video game graphics have become. Watching George Plimpton say, hey, this is Atari baseball, and this is Intellivision baseball, and seeing what baseball looks like now with MLB The Show across multiple platforms, you can really see how far we've come. And honestly, you can really see the difference between Intellivision and Atari. Intellivision was clearly the more advanced choice at the time. The purchase includes the rights to more than 200 titles from the Intellivision portfolio and the Intellivision trademarks. There's a quote there. To mark the occasion, new Intellivision t-shirts are available starting today on Atari.com with more Intellivision apparel and collectibles to come.
Get your t-shirt!
When do we get the speaker hat? Was it Atari that did the speaker hat? Speaker boom?
I think it was Atari.
Boom hat?
Yeah.
It was called a speaker hat, right?
I think the only Atari shirt I have is the one from Blade Runner with the Katakana on there.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
To mark the occasion, new Intellivision t-shirts are available starting today at Atari.com with more Intellivision apparel and collectibles to come. A press kit including the Atari and Intellivision logos and new Intellivision t-shirts can be found here. That's a link to a press kit from Atari. To stay up to date on all things Atari and retro pop culture, follow at the following links. You can find those via globenewswire.com, where they go into details about the Atari acquisition of the Intellivision brand. For those that are new to console gaming, maybe, this would be the equivalent of, what, Nintendo buying Sega in 1996, or Sony buying Nintendo in 2002, or Xbox buying Activision in 2023.
Yeah, I think somebody made a joke saying like this be like PlayStation buying Nintendo in like 2036 or something like that. Like
40
years
like
later, 20 years later.
Way out.
This will be the equivalency. Yeah.
Yeah, they went head to head, including. Oh man, am I gonna mess this up? I believe Intellivision. So Atari 2600 was the first cartridge. Everybody had an Atari 2600, right? That was the de facto video game. And then both Coleco.
What about Beer Tapper? We all had Beer Tapper.
Beer Tapper. Root beer tapper. And then both Coleco and I believe Intellivision had a module that included 2600 cartridges. So it'd be like buying, let's say you bought a Xbox Series X and then you could buy like a $80 add-on that would play Switch games or PS4 games, maybe something like that. So
like Bleamcast?
Yeah, or Bleamcast. That's a great example.
Yeah.
It was just a oof. But those expansions were like officially licensed, right? Bleamcast wasn't really.
Mm-hmm. They got taken down in court before
they did.
Got out, so.
Except like 4 or 5 games that were compatible with it.
It was like Ridge Racer was one of them, right? Type 4.
Gran Turismo 2, Ridge Racer Type 4, Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear, yeah.
Oh, what were the other Bleamcast games? Good trivia. That might be it. That might be all there is. I can't think of another PlayStation game that got it. It wasn't any of the Final Fantasies, was it? That would have been awesome.
We would have known.
Final Fantasy 9.
Somebody would have tried to port that shit in there.
Hell yeah. Ooh, that would be amazing. Oh, but the end of the first console war is nigh. That is it for news. You guys got anything? Any last minute? Thought there was something else that came out today, but I think I added the Atari and Intellivision thing today.
I mean, was there anything that came out today?
I think it might be that. Moving on to games played. I will immediately hand over to the next person.
Holy shit.
I've played very, 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 very little. I feel like we record, and then before I know it, we're recording again, and I have yet to get around to doing anything.
and then me and you both rebuff Russell's advances in Hell Diving.
And Renee picks up her slack.
Because I think Renee's like the Russell here. Renee's always like, let's Hell Dive. I was like, man, I'm doing something for work. I can't Hell Dive right now. So I was like...
That's kind of where we are. I did make sure...
I did look up the Bleamcast
what is that list?
Games. 3 titles: Gran Turismo 2, Tekken 3, and Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. We had 2/3. We had 66%, Cesar.
I fever dreamed Ridge Racer. My fault, everyone.
That checked out to me though, but maybe that just looked already good enough on PlayStation. I
just remember seeing it in the magazine that were showing off.
So Bleamcast had a whole shit ton of content that was going to come out, and this was the official 3 titles that released that worked that way. I wonder if it's worth playing Metal Gear Solid on Bleamcast. You just get the discs and go. There's nothing.
I guess.
Yeah, there's no barrier of entry there. Games acquired. I actually acquired something for Brant, which I have yet to test.
Yay, Brant.
I was in a local secondhand potentially shady non-profit.
Potentially shady.
Yeah,
Back
they're a
alley.
non-profit.
Back alley.
Brant, I was looking on their auction site and found an original Xbox that was on their auction site. Like, why not put this in the store? Why did you separate this for your auction site?
for certain regional secondhand.
Exactly.
That's it within our footprint.
Sure. And I'm following the CEO of Goodwill of North Georgia on Twitter to kind of see what their whole shtick is and see if their charter flights are being logged on Twitter and things like that, as I get asked to round up at Goodwill North Georgia locations to support their mission. Like, no, you guys are a nonprofit. I think you got free inventory and things like that. I think you got most of it figured out. We can let the CEO not take charter flights and stuff. If we want to support the mission, we can save some money and get some extra jobs in that way. But I found a Guitar Hero 2 guitar, and I've yet to try it out, Brant. I haven't cleaned it or anything. And since we're on the show, do you want me to take the stickers off of it and all that? Have I sent you a picture of it? No. Okay, so they put all the Guitar Hero 2 guitar stickers all over it.
Oh, you have to leave the
It's like
stickers
skulls
on there,
and notes with wings and stuff like that. So,
Brant, you have to leave the stickers on it.
Yeah.
But I'll
It's like looking on the back of it and you see Randy's name on the back of it. So.
I'll send you a picture of it. You decide, and then I'll test it out and see how it goes. But
Randy's Guitar Hero 2 controller.
I finally jumped on we talked about Metal Gear Solid. I jumped on the Metal Gear Solid. What are they calling that collection? I know it's Volume 1 of something.
Volume 1?
Yeah. What is it? Metal Gear Solid Volume 1 collection?
Sure, let's go with that.
Oh, I've got it right here. Metal Gear Solid.
That's it. Brant showing it on the live stream.
Master
Collection.
Volume 1.
So are we all finally in the boat that all of us own it, but Mark's Knight and Renee?
Friend of the show, Russell, and potentially Renee sent Friend of the show, Russell, a link because I got it for $20.
I saw the link when I opened it. I was like, this thing's
and it was sold out.
I just waited till it played out. Yeah, I waited till it played out. I was like, he's going to look at it.
Yeah, I don't check. I'll let you figure it out. I already got it. So you guys said it had the CRT filter and all that, so I'm like, sure, I'm in for that.
Yeah.
And Target also had Cesar and I were going to play this on Game Pass. I feel like it's been several years now. The Ascent. It's like a CRPG. But it was co-op, and it was highly rated at the time. Like, I know all the Giant Bomb people were raving about it.
I don't remember any of that conversation, man.
Oh, we talked about it when it came out of Game Pass. It was like a Game Pass day one. And then right after that, we got it on Humble Bundle, I think.
It does sound familiar now that you
said it's like an isometric CRPG, but...
Oh, yeah.
We talked about this.
Man, we talk about playing a lot of games online, man. We don't ever do that shit.
Right, exactly. Anyways, that was my frame of reference for that. But it was also on Target, so I got both of those and had those shipped, so that's games acquired.
All right, which console you get this in for?
PS5.
I also have it for PS5.
Okay.
Can we finally complete the circle on this shit?
Sure. Or we just play it on Game Pass, where it's free for both of us.
We'll just jump in, log in, just meet in the lobby and just jump right off and say, hey,
we did it. We finally completed it.
We did it. We're not actually playing any time in it. We're just jumping in the lobby. Yeah.
The new Paper Mario game is out, The 1,000-Year Door.
Yeah.
I have yet to play more than like 30 minutes of a Paper Mario game, and I played the 3DS one, which I think is considered kind of the worst one.
Oh, the
Sticker Star
one?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I updated.
I tried so hard to play that one. It was not good.
I updated my Nintendo Switch Online. I got the N64 one on there. So, Cesar, I think you've played. I know you played 1,000-Year Door within the past year or two.
I put 10 hours in on the Steam emulated one for Dolphin, and then that one runs a bit rough, so I'll play this one probably instead of continuing that.
Do you need to have played the N64 one to play 1,000-Year Door? Story's not that deep.
64 one's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. I've beaten that one. That's probably my favorite.
You loved Origami King. That was one of your games of the year a couple years ago.
Origami King is a close second. It's a very close second because that story was pretty deep. It was deeper than I thought it was going to be.
But you loved that N64 one. That one was good.
That N64 one was really fucking good. Yeah.
So I've updated Nintendo Switch Online. So my goal is to eventually dive into the N64 one at least. I mean, it's to that point like a new Dragon Quest comes out. I was telling Michael this a couple weeks ago. Like, there's a new Dragon Quest. Sure, am I spending $70 on that? I haven't played Dragon Quest 1 through 11. Like, I know there's some good ones in there. I need to go back and play those, and I have access to those. I'm lucky enough. I'm fortunate enough to still be able to drop back and play some of those. So, do I need the new one? I'm gonna support Thousand Year Door because I want to see more of those GameCube games come through.
That shit's like sold out on Target, sold out on the Nintendo website.
Everywhere.
You might get your Star Fox Adventures, man. They'd be like, holy shit, we'll just keep releasing GameCube games.
With the air freshener. I have a Star Fox Adventures air freshener from Kmart.
Which one came with it? Which one came with the toilet paper?
Best Buy. I think it was Best Buy.
Well, was the Star Fox Adventures also?
Very fitting.
I would purchase the one that's toilet paper because that's probably the closest thing that would be to my heart for that game. So.
Cesar, we beat that game. That was not a horrible game. It could have been way better.
When Russell beat that game, I think Russell will argue that I did not beat that game because I was.
Russell will say you did beat that game because you were there with us when we beat that.
Russell was saying picks and bio. That's all he says. So.
Oh, anyways, that's it for me between games played and whatever that is and games acquired.
I mean, I haven't played much either. I've been busy with stuff for work as per usual, unfortunately. I think on Saturday, me and Renee did jump on and play some Warzone for once. He wanted to play Helldivers, but I was like, I got tired of getting picked up with two randos on Helldivers because they suck. I hate playing randos on Helldivers. I hate it. They suck, and they just leave whenever they want. When we're losing.
I need to get back on there with you so you're not dealing with the bullshit of dealing with the randos and whether or not they have headsets or they're going to pay attention, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so outside of that, I mean, I'll get to that in a second. So, I've been playing more Grandia. I can't find it in my heart of hearts like Brant here to play Rebirth for whatever reason. It's just not. Guess I'm not in the mood for it. I don't know what it is. I don't know because I played that beginning part and it's good, but I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know if I had the time dedicated like you, Brant, to sit on there, and I feel like I lose precious time in what I'm doing right now, unfortunately. So I've been playing Grandia. I probably put about another couple of hours into it, and I think the last I spoke about it, Justin and Sue have left for the new across over to the new world and met Fina, and they climbed over the edge of the world, and they've gone into like an undiscovered area of the world, and then you meet up. You meet up with some of the characters over there, which I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Hold on, that's why I got to write stuff down. But long story short, I mean, I haven't really played much outside of the story's starting to hit the climax now, where the team's dynamic is changing. So like Sue is getting ready to leave the party because she recently got ill, and then the doctor had tell her like, she's still, she's a 6-year-old girl and she's trying to keep up with you, and Justin's like a teenager, so it's like she's not really saying anything, but she's kind of pushing her limit. And so you just got to this bit, which was can be pretty emotional, where she decided like, you know what, she'll wait till she gets older to continue adventuring. So they come across this like a hill where they can use a orb. So because there was like what they call the Sea of the Mermaids block in the area you need to go to next, and they were like, well, it's dangerous to take a ship to go there. So like there was an orb on a mist hill that you can use to teleport there. So they end up deciding to use that for Sue to teleport back to the hometown of the original game, and so she leads the adventure. And then you lose another character that was also on your team who decides that he's going to do something else. So now it's just back to Justin and Fina continuing the adventure themselves. So I think that's as far as I've got with that story. I'm at the very end of the first disc. So I mean, I should be hitting the second disc pretty soon. So it's like 26 hours and probably about another 20 hours before I finish the game. So I'm about halfway, almost about halfway. I didn't play too much of that. Outside of that, I did, like I said, that's what I was going to talk about. I did fire Warzone, and we played a couple of rounds with Renee. And we still got it, man.
Big Warzone. We got to play before Ashika goes away. Ashika goes away in less than a month.
Really?
We still got it. We still got it, man. We still got it because I sat there as I hid in the corner, second place. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm just going to wait it out. And then I hear Renee screaming. why don't you just grab the fucking rope? Oh, great, now I'm dead. And I was just be by myself. And I was like, oh, man, we still have it, man. We're still good.
What was that? What happened to Renee?
He tried to redeploy. I can hear him. I was like, dog, just grab the fucking rope. Grab the fucking... Oh, God. And he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Great.
And so I'm just waiting in the corner. I was like, all right, man, it's just me and one other guy. And it's like, and then I'm just shooting the guy 8,500 times. He shoots me twice. I'm dead. I'm like, all right, second place. I was like, man, we still got it, man. We're still good. Oof.
Consistent second place.
Yeah. I think we kept doing that until we started getting 8th place, and I told Renee I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I said we need more people. Because it got to the point where I think he would die almost immediately, and then I'm running around trying to hide from somebody so he can come back, and then I die right after that. And it's like 18th place. I'm like, I told Renee, nope, I'm done. We need other
have
people.
A month left on Ashika. I want to get a couple dubs on Ashika before it goes away. I love that map. I love that map.
Before it goes away for good. I think that's it for me. Let's see, Drawn Gray on the chat says that he was just playing Grandia 2 last week, so I guess it's something in the Concepcion blood about the Grandia.
Remaster or Dreamcast or PS2?
I don't know what he's playing on. It'd either be knowing him, but either be Steam or maybe or Xbox.
Okay.
The two. So maybe
those are good. Those are good versions of those collections, though.
But I'll pass over to Brant, who no doubt either is near beating Rebirth or has already beaten Rebirth. And the next generation of Pokemon, he's probably in the 9th generation.
No, he's just finally on the yellow.
No.
He's finally firing up Black and White 2.
No, I did play a little bit of Rebirth.
You never heard anything about Black and White. He's on the Black. So yeah, I knocked out Black and White, and I'm on the Black and White 2.
Is there two? There's 2 of those, right?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, they had sequels.
Yeah. I can't remember, man. So many fucking... I just know Sun and Moon is the only one that sticks in my head for the 3DS ones. I can't remember what Black and White 2 were.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, right?
Fuck, no. Is that a sequel to that? What was happening with the Pokemon games? Yes. I look at that Sun and Moon, there's an Ultra? There's a fucking Ultra?
Yes.
I'm the old man now. Like,
Ultra, there's
Ultra
Ultra Sun
old
and
ass over here. Damn, I remember the day when it was just red, just primary colors and that shit, man. Now we got to do
that and just give it like one ultimate. Don't give it a whole round of 2 new ultimates. Give us the Emerald to the other 2.
My old ass over here trying to play Pokemon games. I'll let Brant and his younger generation have it. I give up.
Come on, baby Brant. Tell us about the first Pokemon game you ever played, Ruby.
Yeah, tell us about Gen 9 Pokemon.
Way before.
Way
after I stopped.
Brant's first Pokemon game is Arceus.
He started on Switch.
He started on the 3D World ones. He's like, oh man, Sword and Shield's where it's at.
No, I did play a little bit of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
You beat it. Stop lying. Stop lying.
I get in the weeds on doing all the side shit. I mean, I just
that's why I can't play it, Brent. As like every time I look, it's like there's so much side content. I'm like, I get that feeling like Richard. Like, am I playing this right?
Yep. I hate that feeling.
And I'm like,
well, I'm not getting the feeling that I'm not playing it right. I'm like, ooh, what's that over there? I'm like a damn ADHD dog. Like, ooh, squirrel, shiny thing. Ooh, and I have to go over and check it out. Ooh,
shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, ooh, brand new shiny thing on the map. Let's go check that out. New marker. Yeah, I'm in chapter 11 now. We went back to Nibelheim.
You mentioned going back there last time.
Yeah, so just been exploring that. What I've really been exploring is the
Pix and Bio.
So if it's not that, what's in the bio?
Is the Mojave. Of course, I mentioned that I was watching the Fallout series.
Yeah.
Finished that.
Oh, Fallout games are so good.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And for reasons, I picked up and started playing New Vegas. I talked about popping it in and downloading everything, but I hadn't actually played. Started a new playthrough. And as you know, war never changes.
War.
What was it good for?
Never changes.
Was that Ron Perlman that did that bit?
Yes. Yes, it was. So I love this game. I love this damn game. I have spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, running around shooting ghouls and gangs and making non-questionable choices out in the Mojave, shooting, who I want when I want.
What are you playing on?
Xbox 360.
Yeah. You're not doing it on series. Oh yeah,
Brand.
You're doing it 360. But I thought the series one has the FPS.
A real man.
Yeah, the series does. The series.
I mean,
does
I
have
respect. I respect the you doing
same because it's same.
There's every now and then it chugs on the 360. Especially you get. There was one time I got bum rushed in a hallway by like 5 enemies, and I had the smart idea to pull out the fucking dynamite, and I threw a couple sticks of dynamite, and then that 360 chugged.
You're hitting VATS.
That frame rate,
even the VATS is slowing down.
Yeah. So, gosh, so in that game, you're a courier.
I need to play this one.
You were tasked with delivering a platinum chip. At the very beginning of the game, you're, I guess, scooped up by somebody else. They steal your parcel and shoot you and leave you for dead in the desert. And so now you're waking up. You start the game waking up and being repaired by a small town doctor. And now your goal is to find out what the hell, why you, what happened, who was this person that shot you, why did he shoot you? And of course, along the way, you come across all sorts of different factions and people that want you to go do things for them. Like any other Fallout game, there's several different factions roaming the desert. You have like the militant kind of American style
Brotherhood of Steel?
NCR.
Is it the Brotherhood of Steel in that one, or are they something else?
No, in this one there's the NCR. There's
the company that makes registers.
the Great Khans, which are basically
holy shit.
The Great Khans, which are basically like a biker gang without the bikes. And then you have Caesar's Legion, which is just a bunch of guys.
To me. Yeah, no affiliation. My draw engraving said Caesar's Legion on there. Yeah.
That's ours Legion.
No affiliation to me.
Who
or the awards that we give out. So
who believe in maiming, torture, indiscriminate punishment, slavery.
Fuck that Legion, man.
And want to take everything back to like ancient Rome days. So.
Yeah, but you know what happened to that dude? In ancient Rome days.
In ancient Rome days?
He got fucking stabbed in the back.
He got stabbed several times.
In the back.
Was it like 33 times or something?
Yeah.
Bad way to go. Right?
A tube, say.
Anyway, with a knife, has a tumor. No knife.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Oh shit.
There we are.
Other than that,
Fallout.
I haven't had a lot of time to play anything else.
Did you finish the show? It was good all the way through.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. And then I did have one actual game come in.
Games acquired.
I meant to go get Paper Mario today, and I completely forgot. So that.
Brent, no.
Did it come out today officially, or was it tomorrow?
Yeah,
I thought it was
yesterday.
Tomorrow for some reason.
Yesterday. It's like the 23rd.
A Wednesday?
Or something like that.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was on a Thursday. It was
for a Nintendo
game
on
a Thursday.
Yeah, I would have fought that motherfucker.
No, Brent. No. No, Brant, don't let me fact check.
I swear it was a Thursday.
Could be.
It's like a first for Nintendo. Yeah.
A copy came in today, and then said it was going to be late.
Let's says our fact check. Let him cook.
Let me cook. Oh
But
man,
the game,
Target.com sucks ass. It doesn't tell you when it comes out. Just like, oh, it's available now.
the game I got in was System Shock.
Yeah, I got that too. Yeah, let's go.
Really?
Let's go.
Y'all jumped on that one.
Yeah. Shit, it looked good, and it was not very expensive.
BioShock, man. OG BioShock.
I saw it on Steam for like $17 or something a couple weeks ago and jumped on that one.
Buy that shit. Which one? The remake?
Yeah, the remake.
Play it, man. It's good. It's fucking good. I played it like 3 or 4 hours.
Never played System Shock before.
Play BioShock. You play System Shock.
Both Ken Levine.
No, Brand, you're right. Came out today.
Both are Ken Levine.
May 23rd.
I think one of them might have been. Was it Phil? Phil, what's his name?
Spencer Holloway.
Sure.
I
made a
famous
Epic
Phil's
Mickey.
Uncle Phil.
Guy who made Epic Mickey.
Warren Spector.
Warren Spector. Yeah, I don't know why I got Phil stuck in my head. But Warren Spector.
Warren Spector. You way off.
Was I?
No, not you.
No, Brant's making fun of me and my slow.
My
brain,
headphones fell out. I didn't know what happened. I heard a guy who made Epic Mickey, and I came back on with Warren Spector.
Brant's
Looking
making
Glass.
fun of the old guy here.
The Looking Glass guy.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a BioShock thing. If you love using BioShock, you love using System Shock.
I do. I've started BioShock like 19 times.
I've beaten BioShock. I think I've beaten all the BioShocks, but BioShock 2, that's the only one I cannot get through. So.
With the great DLC, supposedly.
I can't get to the fucking DLC because I can't get to the main game. I just it doesn't hit the same. And then people start shitting on the third one now, so which used to be my favorite one, but everybody talks about all the flaws in it now.
You love that one. Fuck everybody else. You love BioShock Infinite. When it came out, you loved it.
I love Infinite. Yeah. It was great. Now everybody talks about it's not a good game. I was like, all right, man, I'm just gonna stay out of it.
You loved it, and I think you loved it on PS3. You loved like the worst version.
I played it on PS4.
Yeah, you loved it after that too.
Now to add to it, I've never played the DLC. Now I'm taking over Brand's System Shock TV show. So. That or Brand stuck? I can't tell.
Is he stuck? No, he's here. He's here.
Oh, okay. It was oddly quiet, and you were researching, so I was like, "Oh, I'm scared. Did I get kicked off the call?"
No, you're here. We're all here.
No, Brant, let me get kicked off. I'm a BitLocker. Everybody, if you're curious, my BitLocker's at 36%. So.
Let's kick him off. Where's the kick button?
Yes, please kick
him
off.
Gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah. I used to do that at a certain place of employment. We used to play pranks on each other and kick certain coworkers off calls, and it's like, what happened?
I was there, and then I wasn't. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. This before people understood how teams worked. Now that doesn't fly anymore.
Yeah.
But that was like in the early days. So.
Yeah, I remember doing the trial run of Teams. I was one of 2 people using Teams at an enterprise level, and then 2 years later, it was a staple across everybody.
Yeah. Now getting arguments with people trying to use Zoom. The redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, we were a Skype for enterprise, a Skype for business shop. It's like, man, this Teams thing, it might be the next thing. Like, maybe we should demo this a little bit and move away from Skype for business.
And look at us now. We're all still using Skype for business.
Who would have thought?
Or it's just Skype. Or actually just Skype.
Yeah. All hail Skype. All right, Brant, what else did you acquire and play?
Brant,
what else did you play or acquire?
Brant, you didn't buy Slave Zero X?
No. I did.
The critically acclaimed sequel to Slave Zero from Dreamcast.
I did try and tinker.
That's like the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace, the critically acclaimed sequel of Star Wars. Episode 6, Return
Hey
of the
man,
Jedi.
this is advertising 101, man. This is how you spend shit to get people in. Like, whoa, maybe I should be buying this shit.
Slave Zero. All right, Brant, it's your chance. Tell us about it.
Tell us about Slave Zero. Let's go.
No, I did try and.
I bought Slave Zero. I'm just looking at the box right here.
Cesar's fever dream. you have to explain it.
No, I did try to do some tinkering and get a old 2600 working.
Oh.
And I don't know. I'm thinking it might be one of the chips.
What happened?
The main chips.
Wait, show us the 2600. Do you have it near you?
It's back in a box now.
I'll be sad about it too and put it in a box.
It's actually decent shape, but it was somebody that they had it for a long time, just in a box in the back of wherever, and then it went into storage for forever. So it was pretty dusty, and I mean, I cleaned it up and everything, but anytime I pop a game in there, sometimes I get sound, and it just goes
sound only.
Most of the time, it's sometimes it's a black screen, or I get like weird like color flicker going, and everything that I look up, it's try this, try that, and I kind of fiddled around with it, but most of the time it's just a black screen. When I tried several games, I made sure I cleaned pins and all that, and the consensus is it's most likely one of the 3 main chips on the board, which, if it's that case, some people say just buy a new or buy a different 2600, or if you're brave, try and source some some extra chips from somewhere. So
have you cleaned it, like taken it all the way down to the unscrewed everything and cleaned everything out and all that sort of nonsense?
No, and I haven't like reflowed solder and all that, but it's like that's a process. That's a huge process.
Along. But I mean, another 2600 would be $40 instead of doing all that effort if you got to that point.
The thing was, as I have somebody I work with, he has his childhood 2600, and I was telling him about how I had one. I had been trying to get it to work. I need to mess with it a little bit more. But I told him that I did have an adapter that just goes into the antenna jack on the back of your TV. And it doesn't matter what TV, you can put it in. I was like, I put it on my old tube TV, but it'll work just the same on like your HD TV.
Yeah.
And he let it sit for a while, and then he got this wild hair. He's like, I want to hook that thing up. I got to see if it works. I want to play it a little bit of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I dug through my extra stuff when I ordered that adapter, and I mean, I think that adapter was like $6, and it came in a pack of 2. So I just gave him the other one. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, take it, whatever. And then he messed around with it, said he couldn't get it. He needs something to go to HDMI. I said, no. I was like, do you not remember how it used to be? I said, go into the settings, go to cable, change it to cable, and then turn it to channel 3. Because he was trying to say, I don't have a channel 3. I only have on the inputs. I said, no. I said, do you not remember how this used to be?
Troubleshooting.
So, and after I did that, he came back from last weekend, and he had pictures where he was taking photos from the TV. He said the only thing that didn't work, there was a couple, what is it, like the Donkey Kong game, I forget what else he had that he said didn't work, and he actually did look it up, and it was something to do with they have an enhanced color palette, so it's better to run those through like a VCR and do component.
What?
I don't know. He said those specific games would not work, and it was something to do with like they had extra colors or something.
Going through a VCR is just like it's an RF modulator. So you're doing RF into that antenna in, and then you're doing AV out. That's no.
Yeah.
You're just converting that composite signal to a more modern, digestible format. And I did that with PlayStation back in the day. My first TV that I had like in my room only had coax, and so my VCR went into that, but my PlayStation went composite into the VCR, and then that's how I bridged that over, right? I think there was a lot of people of our age that had that sort of connection, but no, because most of those Atari 2600 games, they're built to run off of either black and white or a color like switch. If you have that old, I think they called it the 6-switcher, the Darth Vader. I mean, you have like a black and white, and you have a color slider literally on the console that changes that setting. It has nothing to do with the color palette that it's outputting from that signal. It's either going to be, it's an RF signal, but it could be a composite signal based off of how you bridge it off of there. No. Have you tried, how many games have you tried with that console?
Oh, that was just him, because I mean, my stuff was fine. Like I said, it just wouldn't work, and at some point I needed. But he, like I said, he had pictures of everything, and he had baseball working and football, and he showed me all these things. He was so excited that he had everything working, and except for those, like I said, it was like 2 games or something.
Right.
But I didn't look too far into what he was saying, but he was very excited, and of course he was saying the same thing you were talking about earlier this episode, where he was like, yeah, that was baseball on the Atari. He goes, and then you got
George Plimpton.
He said, now you have MLB The Show 2024. He goes, look at the difference in the graphics. And it's like, yeah, they've come a long way. So that's really all.
That's it. Atari time. What are you trying to do with that Atari? What do you want to do with that thing?
I don't know. I was just trying to get it up and running. I mean, I have a handful of games, and the gentleman just gave it to me. He didn't have any need for it, so
I have some good surplus.
He was like, I don't even know if this thing works. And
do you have River Raid? Do you have a copy of River Raid yet? River Raid on 2600 is a fantastic video game. It's so fucking good.
I'll get with you and let you know.
Love River Raid. Carol Shaw's River Raid. It's an amazing video game. Brant's going to send me a list.
Yes, sir.
Is that it for you guys?
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
See you.
Adios.